Welcome student. In this class we are going to study the paper number 12, horticulture and gardening. In this uh, paper we are going to study the unit number 1, that is introduction to horticulture, definition, disciplines of horticulture, classification of horticultural plants. Okay, one by one we'll see the points. Uh, what is horticulture? So here the word horticulture come from the two Latin words hortus and colere, which means the garden and culture. So hortus means the garden and colere means the culture. So that means the garden culture, that is what the horticulture. Okay, the two words here, the horticulture, these are come from the Latin words, that is the hortus and the colere, and this hortus means the garden and the colere means the culture, and both together that is the garden culture. So here in short we can say that the horticulture means the garden culture or the culture of the garden, that is the horticulture. Then next, the definition of the horticulture. Horticulture is the branch of agriculture that deals with certain features involving utilization of fruits, vegetables, flowers and other plants. Okay, so horticulture means it is a branch of agriculture that deals with the certain features involving utilization of fruits, vegetables, flowers and other plants. Then horticulture is the art, science and practice of growing and maintaining plants in different types of environment. So horticulture, in horticulture we can grow the plants, maintain the plants, and in various type of environment we can do this horticultural practice. Okay, it involves the propagation, cultivation and processing of fruits, vegetables, herbs, spices, ornamental plants and flowers. So in this horticulture we can propagate the all types of plants. Here we can propagate the stem propagation, bulb propagation and all, and here cultivation and processing of fruits and vegetables, herbs, spices, ornamental plants, etc, etc. Okay, and then next is the introduction to horticulture. So it deals with the production and processing of fruits, vegetables, ornamental plants, spices, herbs and flowers. So here the horticulture deals with the production and processing of fruits, vegetables, ornamental plants, spices, herbs and flowers. Okay, horticulture involves intensive cultural practices where uh, plants or species are usually given individual attention. So here in horticulture what happens, the intensive culture means more culture will take place or more practices will take place where the plants or species are usually yeah, means here the to the for the plants and species, here the individual attention is given. Then next, the branches of horticulture. The practice of horticulture is made up of different disciplines. Each discipline is called as a branch, and each branch performs a specific set functions. Okay, there are branches of horticulture that deals with flowers, seeds, turf and lawns, fruits, trees, worms, fishes, vines, cells, garden trails and much more. Okay, then next, branches of horticulture. Here the first branch is the pomology, that means the fruit culture. The branch of horticulture concerned with the production, harvesting, processing, preservation, storage and marketing of fruits and nuts. So that is means the pomology. Pomology means the culture of fruits. Fruits are of different types. Here in pomology, here different types of fruits culture is takes place, means fruit culture is takes place here. Here some succulent and juicy fruits are grown or cultured. Here in succulent and juicy fruits, grapes, oranges, mangoes, pineapples etc are used as a fruit culture. The next, hard and dry types of fruits are used here. Here in hard and dry type of fruits, here it contains the walnut and cashew nut. Walnut, that means the common name, that is the akhroat, and cashew nut, that is kaju. The next is the fruits. Here you can see there are two groups of fruits, that is the major fruits and minor fruits. Here you can see this one is major fruits and this one is the minor fruits. Here in major fruits, grapes, grapes in it involves the grapes, apples, sweet oranges, lemons, mango, banana and pineapple. And here in minor, sapota, watermelon, papaya and custard apple involves. Here the sapota means the chiku. And the major fruits are widely exploited fruits here. Then the minor fruits or underexploited fruits are cultivated in pomology. Then next, orchards, the farmlands or open fields where fruit trees are grown in large number. So this is known as the orchards. Orchards means the farmlands or open fields where fruit trees are grown in large number. Okay, the next branches of horticulture, here the olericulture. The next branch is the olericulture. First we have seen that is the pomology, and then second one is the olericulture. Here olericulture means the vegetable culture. Here the definition of this olericulture, that is the science and practice of growing, handling, storing, processing and marketing of vegetables. So here the handling, growing, storing, processing and marketing of vegetables, that is known as the olericulture. So here the vegetable culture, it contains different types of vegetables. Here it contains four different types. You can see here first one is the fruits, leaves, tubers and pods. So vegetables are available in different types of forms. And so here first is fruit form, second one is in leaves forms, and third one is tuber form, and fourth one is the pod form. So fruits, here the tomato, you know the tomato, brinjal, cucurbita, gourd, these are the example of fruit vegetables. So most common example is what? The tomato. Tomato is what? The fruit fruit vegetable. The next, the leaves here the amaranthus and spinach, and one more cabbage. You can see you know that the cabbage, amaranth, that is lal bhaji, and spinach, palak. Okay, tuber, here tuber you can say the potato, carrot, beetroot. These are the tuber vegetables. It contains the potato, carrot and beetroot. And then next one is the pods. In pod contains beans and peas, like watana. Okay, watana आणि watana and that peas, शेंगा जे असतात ते. Okay, then next is the branches of horticulture. In the third branch is the floriculture. So floriculture is a science and practice of growing, handling, storing, processing and marketing of flowers. It is commercially cultivated of flowers, flowering plants for economically important flowers. So here commercial means for economically purpose, means for financial purpose. Flowers can grow and cultivated. Growing of jasmines, rose and chrysanthemum. These are the what? The most common growing flowering plants. Here the jasmines, that is mogra, rose, that is gulab, and chrysanthemum, that is the shevanti. So these are what? The example of most common horticultural or floricultural plants. Okay, the next is the arboriculture. Next branch is the arboriculture. So it is the cultivation, management and study of individual trees or shrubs. So here arboriculture means here the study of individual plants, that is the arboriculture. Then tuft culture and management. So here in tuft culture, it includes all aspects of the production and maintenance of tuft grass for sports or leisure use. So here the in tuft culture, The sports leisure use area is considered under the turf culture and management. The next is the ornamental or landscape horticulture. So the art of designing gardens, establishing lawns, installing plants, and placing ornaments in the landscape. This is what the ornamental and landscape horticulture. So means what here, in ornamental means making beautiful, making the environment beautiful, or making our surrounding beautiful. So that is what the or by using the ornamental plants, or by using the showy plants, we can do the landscape horticulture. Okay. And there are some other branches of horticultures are there. So here viticulture, so it includes the production and making of grapes. Viticulture, here the making of grapes, or uh, grape products. Oenology, oenology, it includes all aspects of wine and winemaking. So by using fruits, here the oenology is cultivated. Then silviculture, the practice of controlling the establishment, growth, composition, health, and quality of forest to meet diverse needs and values. The name comes from the Latin silvi, that means the forest, and the culture as in growing, means the silvi means the forest culture. So here there are different branches of the horticulture. And then here you can see in this other branches, you can in horticulture practices, we can store the seed production technology, means we can learn the seed production technology, herbs, spices and medicinal, food and vegetable preservation, forestry, and horticultural therapies. Okay. Then next one is the classification of horticultural plants. So here in the general classification of plants involves three common symptoms three common systems. First one is namely classification based on seasonal growth cycle. Second one is classification based on the kind of the stem. The third one is classification based on the stem growth. First one is namely classification based on seasonal growth cycle. So here there are plants is classified into three types. First one is annual, biennial, and the perennial. So in annual means the annually cultivated plants, so these are known as the annual plants, or yearly ones, the plants which can be cultivated yearly once, these are known as the annual plants. And then next one is biennials, the plants are cultivated in 2 years, or the cultivation is takes place for 2 years, so these plants are known as biennials. And then next one is the perennial plants. So this perennial means the plants are growing year and year. So this type of plants are known as the perennial plants. So annuals, zinnia, cosmos, petunia, ipomea, these are the examples of annual plants. Then biennials, that is the carrot, onion, sugar beets are the examples of biennials plants. And then next the perennials, there are lots of examples of perennial plants are there. Means the perennial plants includes the woody plants, so it includes the mango plant, even jackfruit and jamun and all woody plants, these are comes under the perennial plants. Okay. Then next one is here you can see the pictures. So these are the annual plants. Here you can see sunflower, bean, pea, mustard, maize and rice. These are what the annual plants. Biennials, here you can see beet, carrot, turnips. These are what the biennial plants. And then perennials, it includes the trees, grasses and day lilies. So these are what the perennial plants. So annuals means what, these are grows yearly once. These are the annuals, means biennials. This means the plant can grow nearly or overall in 2 years, and it can be cultivated for 2 years, so that's known as the biennials. And then next, perennials, it can grow year by year, so this is what, the perennial. Then next, second classification is based on kind of the stem. So based on the type of stem, horticultural plants are classified into herbs, shrubs and trees. So herbs are the small plants with soft non-woody stems. Many potted plants, annual bedding plants and vegetables are examples of this herbs. Okay, herbs means what, these are greenish in color and very delicate, soft and fleshy in nature. So these are what, these are comes under the herbs. For example, we can say that coriander, coriander, aloe vera. So these are what, it comes under the herbs. Then next, shrubs are small woody plants without main trunk and with branches arising from the ground level. They are larger than herbs and smaller than trees. Okay, so shrubs are larger than herbs and smaller than trees, means these are used as a hedge plants. So this type of plants are known as shrubs. The next one is trees are large woody plants with a main trunk. Branches arises from the upper part of the main trunk, so these are known as the trees. So here you can see this one is what, the herbs, and this one is shrubs. Wait, this one is shrub, this one, and this one is trees. Okay, the next, classification based on the stem growth. Plants, these are classified on the stem growth. These are four types: erect plants, creepers, climbers, decumbent plants. So these are classification based on the stem growth. Classification on vegetables are often classifies based on their life cycle, edible or economic parts and adaptations. Vegetables here, then here you can see the edible or economic parts. So here vegetable contains the pods, roots, bulbs, tubers and greens. So here you can see, here the pods are there, then roots are there, bulbs are there, tubers are there, and green color part is used, or the leaf is used. So these are the edible or economic parts. And then classification of vegetable based on the adaptations on this adaptation. Here the some cool season vegetables are available, warm season vegetables are available. So cabbage comes under cabbage, cauliflower, flower and sugar beet, these are comes under the cool season vegetable plants. And onion, corn, okra, eggplants, these are comes under the warm season vegetable plants. So then next, vegetables, these are solanous vegetables, means the fruit plants. We can say that tomato, eggplant, these are what, the solanous vegetables, and it comes under the fruit. Okay, vines, the vegetables from which the wines can be prepared. So here the pumpkin, cucumber, grey gourd, bitter gourd, these are comes under the vine plants. The next one is cole crops. Here broccoli, cauliflower and cabbage, these are the vegetables which are comes under cole crop. Then classification of ornamental plants. Here the herbaceous ornamental plants and woody ornamental plants are there, and these may be again divided into flowering ornamental and non-flowering ornamental. So here some examples are there: zinnia, marigold, lily, tulip, orchids, pines, willow, ivy. So these are what, the ornamental plants. And this is about the introduction of horticulture, definition and some branches of the horticulture. Thank you.